Hey, I'm Scott. I play guitar and sing and Throw Me the Statue.
I'm Jared. I play drums. We're California bros.
The band name comes from a mix that I made for a girl when I was in school. Well, I was trying to make her my girlfriend. It worked out for a very short amount of time. I started making music more seriously 2 years later, 3 years later, something like that, and needed a name. I didn't want to just call it, Scott. So I reappropriated the name then, and and then it became like a solo alias. And then when we became a band, it just was the band name.
We're also usually a four-piece, but these last two shows in China have been as a two-piece. So the show is going to be a little bit different. It's a variation on what we're normally like live. But I would say as a whole, the shows that we play live are a little bit more intense or more rock and roll than the studio.
More fun, and also I like it when you see a band that sounds different than their records do, and hopefully reinterprets their own songs in interesting ways. So try to do that. When I made our first record, it was in home studios, and there's obviously a certain recording quality that you, whether or not you realize it, I didn't really, you're not super aware of it, I think, when you start out, because that's all that you know, and you're making a record with the means that you have. So, but I think one of the cool things about making a record in your house is that you have a certain freedom to explore, work on it. You're not paying for every hour that you spend. So there's a real necessity to be ready to go as soon as you go into a professional studio. For example, like, we don't do every note that gets recorded in a studio. So we had enough money to do like drums in the studio for the most part, and some guitars, and then we took it home and just overdubbed and did vocals and a lot of other decorative touches in that home recording environment, and that method that you're able to get into where you're completely comfortable, and hopefully then those touches that you decorate your tracks with have a certain freedom.
If I could stay on tour for years at a time, I would probably do it. Just keep it going. It's such a thrill to play in front of an audience and have feedback and be able to talk to people such as yourself who are fans of our work, and it's a real treat. And we get to travel the world. I mean, there's nothing bad about that, This is our first experience in Asia, and mine, and it's something I won't forget. It's, one of those moments in your life where you experience a new part of the planet and see how people are living somewhere else. And that always kind of sits in the back of your head, and I think it's special. We travel to play shows, but, it's a little frustrating traveling the world playing shows because you are really only in one city for 24 hours. So you don't have too much time to explore and really get a feel for everything and take it all in. But you get to see a lot of interesting places and meet a lot of really cool people.
Hey guys, this is Throw Me the Statue.
And you're watching Mogo.